All right, yo. It's your boy Ish. We're back for another episode of the podcast about nothing. And we got a special guest again, Chinkii.
Hello.
The return.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hi.
How
you guys doing?
How it feel to be
Awesome.
back?
Good. I'm feeling good. I'm sending a lot of positive vibrations.
You actually had a lot of great people comments on last episode.
Oh,
so,
good.
Shit. Nah.
Yeah, they fuck with you.
They definitely fuck with you.
They fuck with you.
They should. I'm glad. I'm ready to tap in. So.
Hey. That's
How y'all doing?
Your phrase, tap in.
Tap in.
I fuck with
Gotta tap in.
Tap in, everybody. Make sure y'all tap in. Fellas, how y'all doing, man?
Awesome.
Oh,
Good.
beautiful, bro. Beautiful, man.
Feeling good.
Basil, come closer to your mic.
Damn, you going
Pause.
already?
You mad forward. My nigga, I don't want you to keep going back and forth. I want you to be able to.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
you been scolding niggas since the start.
Yo, it's a business, man. We gotta make sure we put the best
it's
possible
Uncle Ish
product.
today, man.
Best possible product.
I got
man.
yelled at for not rolling weed.
Look,
Took too
man.
long.
You took too long.
It took fucking 30 seconds.
Look, if you would have got here earlier, you know what I mean, you could have rolled your
Okay.
weed
Man,
and
I'm
shit.
starting.
Okay.
On time.
I think I did
Okay.
better. I think I did better on my time.
You could have definitely rolled your weed if you got here earlier,
That's
man.
facts, though. You right.
But what's good, man? How's everybody feeling? We haven't been here in 2 weeks. Justin just came back from vacay.
Outside.
Happy belated
Outside.
birthday.
Appreciate y'all. Taurus season.
Taurus season, we
Ooh,
here,
happy
man.
belated.
Thank you,
Surrounded by
you.
y'all niggas, man.
You mad?
Y'all just stubborn.
Stubborn.
I fuck
So
with y'all,
what,
though, y'all
nigga?
just stubborn for the most
Shut
part.
up.
So what?
Shout out
We
to my
here,
shout out
man.
to my water signs, though, but, you know.
Water signs.
Facts,
We don't
facts,
care
facts,
about none of that,
facts.
man.
Season?
We don't care about none of that.
Okay.
Hey,
Listen.
Pisces.
Who that? Shout out to Rashid, man. Shout out to Rashid. Rashid is fucking good, man.
Facts, y'all.
Facts.
man.
But yeah, man, 2 weeks we haven't been here, man. Happy belated. Ramadan is over.
Hey.
Today's the last day, official
Thank
last
you.
day.
Yes,
Okay.
blessings.
Is she back
blessings.
outside?
Love it.
I've been outside, but yeah, I had to sit down during Ramadan, though. I had to sit down.
Right.
I had to, man.
Which
I
is
had
good.
to.
Man's left the chat and everything. Like, we was sad.
Cause y'all niggas don't know how to respect a nigga religion. Like,
Facts.
I be in there trying to just
forget
like,
Can we
sometimes.
normalize that?
Yo,
Can
listen, we
normalize
apologize.
that?
We apologize. We just forget sometimes when Ramadan happens and somebody posts the ass shaking video.
these niggas don't.
We forget. Like, we ain't gonna lie.
The niggas be like, yo, happy Ramadan to Ish. And then 5 minutes later, somebody got an ass picture. Fam, what? What is happening right now?
So,
Like,
it'll be
nah,
funny. It'll be
Is
funny.
that what you can't do?
I can't do
You
anything
just-
that'll take my mind off of my fasting.
Got
So, like,
you. So you have to like
I-
spiritually tap in.
yeah, mentally,
I feel
So
it.
spiritually,
I
niggas,
feel it.
niggas
I
forgot
love
about
that.
that shit.
You
That takes
last
a lot
year,
of
you put a whole
discipline. I
ass.
respect
a
it.
lot, man. So,
Yo, the way Ish left so fast when that shit happened.
Nah, somebody did something. Somebody said something. I
nah,
forgot.
it was Taj bitch ass, man. Shout out to my nigga Taj, man.
Yo,
He texts me on the side like, yo, my bad, bro. I forgot.
Ay. That guy.
I was like, yeah, man. But we here, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. A lot's going on in the
a
world.
lot has been
Agreed.
going on, y'all.
A lot is going on, man. But Chinkii, welcome back.
Thank you.
We needed you to come up here because we have some topics that we want to discuss, and having the
Right,
women's
right.
input
Ooh,
is always important.
I will try to hold it down. I will try.
But the shit that really had me going nuts was Dogecoin.
Doge to the moon.
Dogecoin, man. Do you invest?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not one of those.
Me either.
I'm just waiting for the perfect time to like really be able to sit down and get focused. But right now I'm not there right now. I work, I just, I'm a mom. I need time.
I feel you.
Dogecoin. It was climbing.
It was climbing.
It was at 75 cents. It was gonna go to $1.
You're right. It was at 75 cents, but
What's it at now?
it's at like 40.
It's at 40 cents now.
Yeah.
So if you want to get on right now.
Right.
Because it's
You know what I'm
low.
saying? It is low.
So-
And what is Dogecoin like?
It was a joke. It started off as a joke. Like basically to counteract not crypto, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So somebody created it as a joke.
Yeah, to show that like cryptocurrency has no
value, doesn't mean
limit.
shit.
So it can go as much exponentially or compoundly if it wanted to. So I mean, once Elon backed it up, it was just like, all right, like that joke is it's a joke, but how long can the joke be? Because next thing you know, if they start hitting $1, $2, $3, is it a joke anymore? You know what I'm saying?
And
Bruh.
what is it?
I remember when these niggas first posted it in the group, it was Basil, it was Teddy, and it was Taj. And you, Justin, you was like, what the fuck is this? And then he was like, yo, can you niggas explain this shit to me? And I was like, all right, let me go look it up, because clearly Basil don't know how to explain
just
shit.
crazy. Son.
Yo,
He's
listen.
like,
If you ain't get on now, it's too late.
just invest.
Fuck up, like, explain this shit.
I know. I'm doing I gotta do a better job explaining it. But I feel like, yo, listen. When I start hearing too many questions, like, nigga, you just gonna hop on or not? Like, if that's it, I'm gonna keep it moving. If y'all really want to listen to,
But that's terrible.
just listen.
Because
listen.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There was a time, remember when I told you I wanted to try this? This is when my schedule was open, okay? And I asked you, and you gave a horrible explanation of what the fuck it was. So at that point, I was like, oh, all
It's
right,
like, nah,
I'm good. I'll
would
tap
say-
back into this like at another time.
So Basil, you are a habitual
Damn.
non-explainer of things when people ask you questions.
In every
This shit
single
happened
element
with that
of his
criminal
life.
activity he be
I don't
with.
understand.
Because I feel like
I don't
my thing is
understand.
My thing is this. I ain't gonna lie. I don't have the patience to teach
all
somebody
started with Wake Up Now.
for a 3-year-old. I don't have the time to explain it from like a beginner standpoint. I feel
But that's
like,
terrible.
But you're a beginner yourself, so you should
Okay.
have
But
all
no,
your input.
I'm actually surprisingly, I'm not a trader. I am no longer. I don't consider myself a beginner no more.
What are you?
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
actually a very intermediate trader.
He's a
Fuck you talking
419er.
about?
He's
I'm an
official
intermediate-
Yeah, but
419er.
you should be able to take what you've learned and be able to explain it to another beginner. No one's asked, like, what?
He swear he's
I don't
above
understand.
explaining shit.
I'm not. It's not.
That's
It's not
why I
about explaining
can't.
about. It's not about being above explaining shit. It's more so like.
You don't have the time because you don't fucking want to.
You know,
Period.
it time. It takes 5 minutes.
It doesn't take 5 minutes.
Literally,
No, hell
it's
no.
because he doesn't. You just simply don't want to help others.
You don't want to put
I-
niggas
If it
on.
doesn't,
I do want to
thank
put
you.
You
niggas
don't
on.
want to put niggas
You
on.
I do wanna
do
put
to
niggas
a
on.
certain
You wanna see-
extent.
you don't wanna see your niggas eating.
It's just again when the whole explanations come through. It's
To
like,
a certain
fam,
extent, Basil, it's really
It's like,
terrible.
fam.
That goes into half-assing friendships,
It's like,
half-assing
fam.
life, half-assing, you know.
We're
but
going to talk about
anyway.
all of that today,
fuck?
boy.
We will.
We're going to talk about all of
We
that.
will.
I thought we was talking about Dogecoin.
It's Dodge.
Yeah, what is it?
It's actually
Aye,
Doge.
It's
Look at the
Dodge.
spelling of it. Doge. It's not Dodge.
Dodge.
But who cares?
But anyway, I have 1,700
But
shares.
anyway.
I have 1,700 shares of that shit. I'm hoping that shit gets to like 10K one day, because I could cash out like 17 million.
10K a share.
Yeah, if it goes to 10K a share and I have 1,700, I cash out on 17 million.
That's
That's crazy.
That's facts. But
Good for you.
10K is a stretch. I'm saying. I believe. I'm a strong believer.
We don't know.
We
don't
put
know.
that into the
We don't
universe.
know.
Why
Yes,
are we
facts.
putting that negativity into the universe, Basil?
Right.
Tap
Just
in.
10K?
You're
Tap
not
the fuck
tapped
in.
in.
I'm just saying.
Put that
like,
into you. Listen, you put out positivity, you get it
And
back.
positivity comes back
You
to
put
you.
out
Facts.
negativity. What are you doing?
I'm
Talk
not
that
knocking it.
shit.
Basil,
I'm just.
please.
No bad cheese. No bad
Please.
cheese.
Oh, now there's no bad cheese.
That energy is
Infamous
crazy.
with no
The
bad
energy
cheese.
is
I am not.
crazy.
I am
Infamous
not.
for
I'm
that
just,
shit.
I just give regulations. and just
Energy
let
is
people,
nutty.
Let people know.
My cousin told me, he said investing is becoming his new savings account.
Yeah. It's better
Because
than
you
a
can
bank.
put money onto something and just watch it grow steadily, rather than just keeping it in a bank and you just,
Right.
it's just there.
And not now. The market's going down.
Yo, the
Trash.
son,
I'm
stock
telling you.
market has been trash
Stock market
all year.
Yeah, it's facts.
All year.
And that's because of the pandemic, or just because?
Nah.
Majority pandemic.
It's pandemic, but at the same time, since Biden's going into, he went into presidency, it's like a lot of laws that or practices that Trump did, Biden has to get rid of. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So it's like some tax breaks that benefited companies is no longer there. So the stock market is like, oh fuck y'all niggas.
But
Especially
we
when
here, man.
especially when black people became more invested. Like if the stock market definitely say, oh fuck niggas, like we gonna take all y'all money.
But yeah, we here, man. Shout out to anybody who's investing in crypto, stocks. Make sure you guys are watching your shit. Make sure you're getting your money. And if you have any extra income and you want to, watch yourself grow residual income, then look into stocks. So
Right.
I'm not a expert in this. I go to my cousin or I come to my friends to explain shit to me.
Right.
But once I got on, I never looked back. So anybody else who has any question, like, yeah, I want to get on. What do I do? I got you. Like, I will
Right.
tell you, I'm not Basil. So
I feel that.
I don't remember that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate people
don't let
who are
niggas-
willing to help others.
Listen. If y'all need
and
an
not themselves.
if y'all need a link, I always send y'all
Basil,
niggas a
please.
link. Jay, you need a link? You need a link?
No.
He's gonna send you a referral link so he can get like $25.
Absolutely not.
Fucking Nigerians, man.
I
know you want to do that shit.
It's very exhausting.
It's fucking Nigerians, man.
Being
They always
his
want
friend
something
is
back.
very
Everything is
Listen,
transactional
I
with these
know
niggas.
what
yo.
you mean.
Basil,
First
it's
of all-
really terrible.
First of all, y'all assuming the wrong damn thing. I already
Nah,
got
we
enough
assuming
referrals.
right, nigga. We know who you
I already
are,
got
dog.
enough referrals.
Basil,
I'm talking
we
about like
know
I can
who
send
you
you
are.
informational videos.
Basil,
TOS.
we know
Weeble.
who you
I can send you
are.
some shit from Robert. I feel like y'all just judging me, man.
But yeah,
It
so
bleeds out of you. Who
Get
you
money.
are
Get
bleeds
your
out
money.
of you.
Get
It's
money,
crazy.
get money, get money. But the craziest shit I've seen all week, guys, man. I don't know if y'all seen it, but what is it? Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Oh yeah, shout out to my other Nigerian nigga.
Hey, first of all,
shout out to my other Nigerian
shout out to
nigga.
Porsha Williams, bro.
Fuck that.
Shout out to
Shout out
Porsha
to my
Williams.
I don't know who these
Simon.
women are.
Let me just tell you this,
Shout out
right?
to my nigga Simon.
She said, don't let your friend's husband. No, don't let your friends. Don't let your friend get in between your soulmate, right? So one of her friends, not best friend,
That wasn't her
one of
best
her friends.
They
quote unquote.
claim they're not friends. She claims they're not friends.
We're gonna talk about women
Associates,
friendship
whatever,
later,
associates.
but
Right.
they're friends on the show, right? So her friend and her husband are getting a divorce, right? Her husband is Nigerian, worth a couple million. So they're getting a divorce. So now Porsha is engaged to her friend's ex-husband,
Okay.
right? And this is the most toxic shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. It's like when Alicia Keys stole Swiss Beats from
I
his
can't
wife.
wait.
I'm mad he
till
brought that up.
I can't wait till
That
you
shit was
guys
crazy.
pass me.
No,
Like,
because I feel as though, all right, so first of all, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. On the
Agreed.
friend of the husband. On every level you can think about it, it's fucked up.
Is it though?
Yes.
I say
We can
Anybody
stir the
that,
pot
yo,
now.
fam, I'm not going to go and engage my friend's ex-wife.
Even if she had the bag,
No.
she.
No.
Damn, I remember that.
Like, this nigga's a dog. Like,
Wow. How
It's like, she.
like I said
Come on now.
before in the last episode, dating you has to be low quality.
Listen,
has to be
it's-
2-star
it's
because
it's 10 out of 10.
what the fuck?
It's 10 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
he's toxic,
No,
man.
but it's not about being toxic. It's
I
more
just
so
don't
like-
understand your
it's
logic.
It's just like I said, you know, she plotted. The nigga was with it. What's the issue?
So you see nothing wrong with that.
What's the
So you
issue?
see nothing wrong with that.
I'm
So
just
you
saying,
see
listen,
nothing
listen.
wrong with if you bring your girl around.
How many times do we see this shit on social media?
No.
Don't let your
We're not-
girlfriend, boyfriend stop you from chasing your husband.
That's terrible.
It is terrible.
No, your
however,
mindset is
it
terrible.
is terrible.
He subscribes to that.
Listen,
And it's
Kevin Samuelson,
disgusting.
same
but
shit.
anyway.
But you subscribe to
he
that. He
didn't say
doesn't. He
nothing like
definitely didn't say that. He didn't say nothing like that. Do not put that on. Do not put that on my therapist. He did not say that. My therapist did not say that. Don't do that.
listen, it's messy. It's messy, but at the end of the day, what happened with Porsha? She got her own deal. If it was an opportunity to put you to be in a better situation with money,
Money ain't everything, bro.
Money ain't
ain't everything,
everything,
bro.
but at the same time, it's literally an
gonna-
internet. It's an internet fad.
You're
What's
gonna
your
lose your
love
morals.
song, man?
You're gonna lose your morals for the
Porsha
sake
don't
of
give
money.
a damn about us.
For-
who the fuck is who are we?
That's-
Who are we?
that's
Literally.
fucking
At the
nuts.
end of the
Fucked up.
day,
It's
she
fucked
has
up.
to think about the fact that she has a daughter and she's raising someone who,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, is gonna be looking at this one day and be like, "Oh my God, I should accept this and allow this because my mom dealt with this." You have to start looking at that type of thing. Like, so for me, I'm looking at you sideways, Basil, because
Listen, you can say you can look
what
at me
is that?
sideways, but I mean, Alicia.
But do you understand where
I do.
I'm coming from?
No, I totally do.
So as long as you
Hold
know
on, let
where
me
I'm
get this
coming
right
from, as long as you know where I'm
need
coming
some
from,
shit.
then
My
okay,
sister.
fine.
no, I definitely do.
But you shouldn't look at it so negatively, like, oh, my nigga's up 100 points, or guys are up 100 because of the situation. Like, morally, it's terrible because if that happened to you,
Exactly. If you had an ex-girlfriend and y'all broke up,
and I'm not
I
saying
pushed
a
up,
girlfriend, I'm saying like
well,
a
but
wife.
I mean, and
Basil,
I'm
You're
saying
looking
like
crazy.
a wife.
Basil,
Someone
you'll
that
kill
you
me if I ever went and talked to any of your exes.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you would.
No, you would.
Yeah, you would.
No, remember
we had this
that one
conversation
time-
already.
and there was that one time that happened.
I didn't try to talk to her.
Oh, my
You
God.
try to put me on to your ex.
Yeah,
Stop
because
it.
she said you look good.
Thank you. Thank you.
What the hell?
Yeah, but Basil,
Listen, but
What the hell's going on here?
I like to bring
but
that
why
point
are you
up. I
okay
like to
with
bring-
sharing your
Exactly.
women with
No,
other men?
It's not about sharing. If it's not my thing no more, go ahead, do what you gotta
Fam,
do.
Yeah,
I'm
but at
never
the end
going
of
to
the day,
hurt my
it's
ex
cold.
or
Women
my
are
friends.
not men's properties. Like,
Of course, technically
Yeah,
being
but it's
technical.
okay,
cold.
so then you're entitled to do what you want to do.
Yeah,
Just
but
stop.
it's, first
Just
of all, why
stop.
are you so
It's
loud?
not about stopping, but it's like no. I like this because at the end of the day, you need somebody with a different perspective
Yeah,
on what
but
y'all
it's
say.
so
You're saying it's morally
terrible.
wrong, my
Yeah,
nigga.
but the growth
nobody
is
comes
terrible.
at Alicia Keys for doing what she did. We look at her like, oh my gosh, she's an icon. Miss me with that. It's a little thing that's morally wrong, but
We
guess
don't
what?
applaud her
in
for that.
2-3 weeks, it's gonna get eradicated and
we
life will
don't-
go on.
But we don't applaud Alicia Keys for
But
what
nobody
she
talks
did.
about it.
No,
Nobody-
but babe,
This
but
nigga
Basil,
toxic.
babe, listen.
For
We
real,
did
yeah.
when it happened years ago. We talked about it,
and then
it
dies out.
died.
It dies
Alicia
out.
Keys is trash.
And then
yeah.
y'all got a good relationship now. Swiss, the
And it
ex-wife,
wasn't as, and
Alicia
it wasn't
Keys.
as. You can't look at the two because, and you can't correlate the two because that is a whole totally. It's not in reality TV. It's not as loud. It's not as, you know what I'm saying. Like this
Facts.
is more like messy.
Were they
That
even
wasn't.
friends?
That was messy, but it was kind of more like on another level and more rich.
Yeah.
You know, that's a different type of wealthy mess. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Like I said, it's
Right.
crazy. It's wild, but you know what you always say, charges to the game. Like
That ain't part of the game.
That's not. But at the end of the day, you have to think about like.
I hate niggas, man.
I can't.
You got a girlfriend.
Anyway.
I love it though, but I mean, like I said, like
I look at y'all crazy about an ex, and I see y'all in her DMs trying to holler at her.
Yo, Basil,
what's up?
you didn't see nothing wrong with you trying to hook me up with your ex.
I saw everything wrong. But
So why'd you do it?
Because at the end of the day, I had to let her know that I did not give a shit what she did.
But you did though.
Like no.
But you didn't.
When I did it, no.
Justin,
no.
why is he lying
I'm
right
not.
now?
I'm not capping. I'm
Justin.
not capping. When that happened,
wrong with him.
no. Think about it. No.
I
When
just feel
do
like
things-
it's okay to say I felt some type of
No,
way about
I
it.
didn't.
Yeah, all right, so
I
let
don't
me,
know why
let me tell you what
I didn't-
happened, right?
we're not gonna
So
talk-
wait,
we're not
we're
gonna
not gonna
get
go into
into
details.
details.
So
We're
what
not.
happened was
Right.
him and his shorty broke up.
Right.
His shorty, I guess they were talking or whatever. I guess she wanted to be petty to him. She was like, "Oh, hook
Right.
me up with your friend Ish
Fuck am I
because he
feeling
moves
on the
good."
pettiness for?
Basil,
hold on.
Please.
You should have read that already from the beginning. She's trying to be petty.
but
She's trying to get under your
I'm
skin.
gonna give you petty back.
So
yeah.
what he did
Yeah,
was,
but my thing is, why would you put your man?
yeah, you put
to
your
that?
mans to it.
I talked to you
If it-
beforehand. You was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, but Basil is very immature.
If you said okay, I'm not gonna find anything wrong with it because at the end of the day, let me
This
tell you
nigga, now
something.
you
Let me
gonna
tell you
start
something.
Something wrong with y'all,
If
man.
listen, let me tell you something. If let's say I dated a girl, right? Let's say me and Chinkii dated, right? We broke up, but then one of my friends met her and they started talking and they're interested in pursuing something, and my man's come to me like, "Yo, Ish, I know that shit old, whatever, but I'm talking to her now. How do you feel about that?" If I tell him I feel a type of way, it's up to him now as my man's
Right.
to act accordingly.
Absolutely.
But if I tell him I don't feel no way, as a man, he's gonna take that and act accordingly.
Right.
So when you tell me you don't feel a way, I'm going to go and
Right.
go talk to her.
But there's a reason
deep
why I
down
said
inside,
it.
you felt the way.
It's not
because
that.
later on we had that issue.
No,
you felt the way.
We never beefed off that issue.
We
What
didn't
you mean?
beef because
Okay.
we're actual friends.
All right, so,
but there was a
so that's what
there
I'm
was
saying.
underlying
That's what I'm
issues.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I didn't feel no type of way about it because at the end of the day, if that was an issue, I would have literally stated, "Yo,
The only
bro,
reason
I
why
had an
it
issue
wasn't
with
a
it."
big issue is the simple fact that you guys are friends. Take
But
that
there's a
away.
lot of friends,
Take
and
that
this-
away, Basil, and you would have
But-
probably
but-
fought him.
but there's a lot
but
of
my
friends.
thing is the bottom line is, and then we're gonna switch the topic. Is that
No, actually, I like
if
the
it
topic.
wasn't for the fact that you guys were friends, there would have been a problem.
So you mean to tell me friends?
You would've fought a
friendship-
complete
but-
stranger.
but-
You
let me
would've-
ask
you
you-
just literally
Let me ask you a
said-
question. Let me ask you a question. So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me? Just you can add in this too. You mean to tell me? Guy friends never fought over pussy?
Not me and my friends.
Okay, not you and your friends, but I'm saying I said guy friends in general.
Me and my boys would never fight over,
I never.
over
Okay,
pussy.
same thing with me.
Ever.
I never
Ever.
fought. I
Right.
never fought niggas off of pussy. However, I know niggas that fought niggas over pussy.
Them
You know
niggas
what I'm
that
saying?
don't get pussy.
But still,
Like if you
those-
get pussy, you're not gonna get mad over one that you lost.
And I
Like,
told-
on to the next.
I totally
Period.
agree, but there's still some niggas that will feel some type of way, even what I did and what you explained to them, they will feel some type of way that saying like, wow, this nigga actually went on and talked to her. You feel me? Versus like me, I just didn't. I didn't. You say I cared, but I'm trying to tell you, if I cared, I would never had started it. I would never had fed into the pettiness that was brought upon me. But you know what I'm saying? Like
Basil, your mentality is just very
questionable.
It's very. It is.
Oh, stop it.
No, seriously.
Oh, stop.
I don't know how you do it.
Your alignment is
Everybody
not there.
has a different perspective on things.
The perspective is terrible.
That's what literally is.
No. So hold on.
I'm pretty sure everybody has a terrible perspective.
So hold on.
I'm telling you right now, I cannot wait until this gets posted because a lot of people are going to disagree with you. But your mentality is
You know when I think your mentality is going to change?
Never.
Your mentality is going to change when you have a daughter.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I mean,
it will.
Your mentality is going to change when you have a daughter.
When you have a child.
Yeah.
And I believe that's when it's going to happen for you. Right now, it doesn't affect you. You don't care.
Right.
But when you have a daughter and she has to go through the same shit, you're going to
with
feel
these
away.
niggas.
Because
you were once
guess
that
what, Basil?
nigga.
Simon's the GOAT.
Guess what, Basil?
I gotta say.
Guess what? The niggas that you have, the niggas that you're seeing now, like us, we're going to be the ones birthing the next generation. And God forbid our kids turn out just like us or worse.
Right.
So think about that when you have these wild ideas of how you feel about certain
and
shit.
dashing and whatever the fuck in Miami. Like,
Yeah, I'm a
crazy.
wholesome man, so my son's gonna be wholesome. So God bless.
I mean, really, and that's the way you should raise you shouldn't raise your kids to be like nasty and have these nasty morals and whatever else. Like no morals whatsoever. That's terrible, Basil. You really have to tap in.
My son's definitely gonna be raised with
no
morals.
morals.
I mean, your moral compass is in question a lot of times.
Just because I'm the person that's like always adventurous on shit doesn't mean I don't have
That's what they
morals.
That's what they call it. That's what the people are calling it.
I swear to God,
Gotcha.
niggas can just.
But I'm more surprised that a woman did that. I would expect a man to do that. Like, try to holler at his shorty's friend.
Fair.
Women grimy too.
Women are
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I agree with you, but I'm surprised by it.
Dogs, bro. But like for me, the thing is, like I've had women that I've talked to go and fuck my friends, but at the same time, like I don't care.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I don't care because it's like, how much do I value you in my life for me to care?
Right.
What
Depending
position?
on the relationship.
Yeah. What position did you have in my life for me to care that you're gonna do this, and you're only doing it to be petty?
Right.
So how do I counter that? I don't care, and I'm gonna smack all your friends.
Right.
But that's harder to do though, right?
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
No, it's not.
Well, I mean, from a woman.
Because the moment them girls go into the group chats and start talking about how good you fucking them, and their friends start thinking, oh, they want to explore that too.
I'm not gonna
lie to you. So the moment that shit stops, they want to find out.
But
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I'm fucking on a nigga, I can guarantee you he is not in my group chat. Cause I don't want nobody knowing.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
I don't want nobody knowing how good my niggas. I don't want no bitch getting no little fucking thing in their mind.
Let me just say to y'all,
like no.
some of the best pussy I ever got was referral pussy, and when I say referral, it's based on a girl telling her friends how good I fuck.
That's terrible. Ew. I'm looking at y'all bitches very sideways. Okay.
I've done that.
No, this is back in this is back in the day when I was just out here ruining group chats.
No. Respect.
When I was out here ruining friendships and shit.
But there are bitches now that still think like that, and that's very gross.
I mean,
I just feel like as we get older, you have to start like reevaluating.
Like, yeah, if you're fucking me, don't tell your friends how good I fuck, because I promise you they're gonna try and fuck me too.
That's not.
But a lot of chicks will brag about it because they said most dudes don't.
Like,
a lot of people wouldn't brag about if they have something good in their life.
I can
I would never tell y'all how good a chick sucking my dick suck dick. I would never.
I mean,
ever.
We have. I mean, guys, we talked about it. Yo,
we talked about it, but we don't go into details. But she showed us down.
I can see surface
level shit.
Surface level shit.
Wait.
Who's getting into detail
First
about how you fucking a bitch?
I'm just saying. I've heard details.
Because the people that you surround yourself with are not tapped in. That's why you think like that.
Don't point at me.
I can guarantee.
Listen.
Oh my God. Nah.
What happened?
Yo, I hate niggas.
Please.
I'm just saying, some of the best shit is referral shit.
Yeah.
But with all of that, right? Now, with the whole Porsha thing, right? I look at it as females and their friendships.
Honestly.
Chinkii, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Are women really friends with each other?
Okay, so let me just say this because I haven't tapped into this on Instagram because I just feel like it's not my business. But I will say this. I saw a little clip from Tammy Roman who spoke about this, and I feel the same way. we don't know the situation, and how these people are introduced on the show is very like general. Because how they get introduced is like, you kind of have to see like, okay, like how is she connected on the show to make it interesting so that people can connect the dots. So my thing is like, who's to say that they were really fucking friends? Who's to say? Who's to say that picture that's surfacing online where it's like, oh, be careful, like the next bitch, blah, blah, blah. Who's to say that whoever took that, like, didn't force that shit? Because if you see the posture of Porsha, she's very centered. Like, it's that other chick who's kind of forced up on her. So that's why I say, like, I don't put my business into shit like that. I don't talk about shit like that because I feel like it's not our place. And reality TV is always fucking weird anyway.
It's definitely not real.
So that's why I say, mind your fucking business. Yeah. Period. Because people are doing it now, and people are doing it now. It's just not on a platform.
Oh, it's good. Oh, let me just say this. For all the women that are on social media bashing Porsha and what she's doing, y'all doing the same thing.
Yep. Okay.
Y'all just don't have cameras and millions and millions of people tuned in to find out about what y'all doing.
You're not on a platform.
I know a bunch of Porshas.
Period.
But I won't say
behind
nothing.
the scenes.
So do I. So I say this to say, and then I say this, and then I say this as well. If your nigga can get snatched, was that really your nigga?
I always say, if you could take my girl, that was never mine.
I mean, technically they broke up, so it's like.
But my thing is, if your foundation was that solid, but my thing is, if the foundation was that solid that they claim to be, how is it that some other chick can just come up and snatch your dude?
Somebody said,
I don't understand.
Somebody said, this is what happens when you let your man pay for your girls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fact.
In some instances, yes, because you know what it is? It's because some girls are not used to that type of catering.
And they get turned
They're
on.
not used to that. And so they see that and they're like, oh my God, this nigga's gonna treat me like this.
They love that alpha male.
And then right.
They love
and
that
then
alpha
sometimes
male.
they get that nigga and sometimes he does the same thing and sometimes it backfires and he don't do shit for her. So
true.
It just really depends on how you bring yourself to the table.
So my question still is, are women really friends? Or is it just
yes, women are really friends because
I believe because I know women. No, I know women.
Smell the cap.
I know some wholesome women.
Listen to me, and that's terrible that you feel that way. Listen to me, and that just means that the people that you're around are just
digging his ass.
Okay, so I'm gonna speak for the women because listen, there are nasty women out here, just like there are nasty men out here. But I will speak for the people. Of the nasty men. Okay, I will say this.
nasty.
I will say this because we're not even doing this. I speak for the women. I speak for the women who listen,
exactly. You can't even say it.
There are friends out here, and I have friends who would like myself who would never look at my friends' exes or anybody that they've ever fucking laid up with, cuddled with, swapped fucking anything with. I'm not with it because first of all, it's not my type.
Even if it was just sex,
you're not my type.
No. See, with me, if it's just all right. There's some niggas that say they won't ever date a girl that one of their mans fucked, right?
Yeah,
right.
I won't date a girl that is an ex of one of my mans. If I met you as my man's girl,
right.
I can't date you after.
Right.
But if you and my man used to fuck,
right,
and I meet you and we build something else,
right.
You would be cool with that?
I could do it because at the same time,
it's a damn lie.
I've done it.
I hate niggas.
I've done it. So how you gonna tell me you hate niggas when I've done it?
If you done it, I can't say nothing about that.
Like just because you fuck with yo.
So you
let me just tell you, Basil. If you fuck the girl, hold on. If you fuck the girl in 2016, right, and I fuck her in 2020. The quality of the pussy is different in 2020 than it was in 2016.
You would want something serious or just sexual?
Yeah, why not?
You want something serious?
That's not my business. What you do? So you think just because you fucked her that she's not quality enough for me to want to take her serious?
I'm just saying in our circle, in our circle it would be weird. Like let's imagine we hanging out and then I'm like she calls you and I'm like. I remember I was smacking that shit like a few years ago.
That's why me sometimes I don't say shit. Like there's girls, like you know for a fact, there's girls that I've fucked
Right.
that I won't tell niggas that I fuck because I see that they like her.
Right.
And they're trying to pursue
but we
her.
know as
so
soon
I
as
keep
you
it to
tell-
myself.
but we know as
because
soon as you tell her-
I don't want to be that
You don't wanna be
underlining
that-
factor in why you don't find love or
Right.
she don't find love.
Right.
So if y'all like each other, go ahead. Nah, I didn't
respect
fuck
that
her, bro.
issue, but as
Right.
soon as you tell, niggas, yeah, I used to fuck with that. It's
like, damn.
right.
I'm like,
It's already
I'm
gone.
like,
Nah,
of
my
course,
niggas know
bro.
how nasty I am. I tell them I used to fuck with shit. They can't
And we
do
know
it.
how nasty
But that's
it is.
because you know me.
Yeah,
Right.
But I'm not thinking about y'all when I'm
Right.
dogging this shit
Bro,
down.
it's girls you fuck that try to holler at me, and then I'm like, damn.
Right.
I'm like, I know this nigga. I've seen him. I'm like, I ain't trying to do that shit. Back of my head, yo, he
when
was
you just
doing
know
this,
a
this, and
nigga,
that.
when you
man.
just
I'm
know a
just like,
nigga. I don't see it, bro. You see it. Like, we're not gonna lock it.
and I'm like, yo, damn, he's fucking that girl like that, man.
Yo, Ish.
I can't.
You said it.
I tried, but I can't,
my thing
bro.
is this, Ish. You said it mad times. In your past, you have extensive collection.
Collection, wow.
Ain't no way I'm gonna see a girl a few years down the line that I saw in a collection that I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna take her serious.
I mean, but
That's
that's
over.
different though.
Bruh,
If it's
I'ma
on
tell you,
video or some shit,
Basil,
I mean,
Basil.
maybe.
Not on video, like,
Basil, you
physically
try to
there.
wife a girl that you know I was talking to, dog.
Ooh,
Damn.
We're not gonna talk about her, but you try to wife a girl.
ooh.
First of all,
If it was what I think I didn't know y'all was until I asked her, and then once I asked her, I took all the steps back.
No, you didn't.
Are we talking?
no, you didn't.
Are
You
we
call her
talking
your
about-
wife in the group chat and everything.
Oh, damn.
Are we talking about-
Call her your Haitian wife in the group chat and everything.
When she, it never went nowhere. I never even met her.
But you tried to.
I literally never met her.
You tried to. My nigga, you know when Basil was serious about a girl? When he starts sending her poetry.
No,
Go ahead, lie.
no.
Go ahead, lie.
Ask Justin, ask
That's your
Justin.
bag.
Ask Justin.
That is your bag.
That's a
And
regular. That's a
does it
regular
work?
gunshot.
When you bring the girls to my house, that's what
Thank you.
Ladies,
Listen, when I have her meet Mama People,
when she come to meet my mother,
when
that's
she
when
come
he's
meet Mama
serious.
People, that's when it's serious. Other than that, poetry, like nigga, I can copy and paste that shit from Google, nigga. What you talking about?
This nigga go ahead. He looked up the Haitian flag and then hit up a chick. All right, the roses are red, violets are blue.
That's what I'm saying.
Same colors on the Haitian flag. I want to see me and you.
That's what I'm saying.
This nigga be hitting chicks with some weird ass poetry.
I remember she got mad literally because she said she didn't want nothing to do for Valentine's Day. I said, all right, cool. No, you know how women have that little psychonetic code where if they
trying
don't
to
want
give you hints.
Yeah. I didn't do nothing. I ignored that hint like a motherfucker. I kept doing what I did, and then I hit her up the next day. She was like, "Oh, don't talk to me again. Like it's a dub." I said,
And the crazy, just like I just said a couple minutes ago,
Okay.
when
Two
niggas
star.
try to talk to women that I've dealt with in any capacity,
she don't count.
I don't
because
care.
She didn't count.
I don't care.
No, but here's that. You can't use that example.
Two
But
star.
anyone,
You know what I care.
Here's why I say don't
Did you try to
count.
talk to Christina too?
But it's why. Whoa, name dropping now. Name dropping.
Did you not?
Again.
Yes, Basil, just answer the question. Yes or no?
It's a snap
Yes or no?
segment.
Wait, because you were so secretive. with that,
Everybody
and she
knew that was my girl.
No,
I have no idea what that lady
Thank
is.
you.
You didn't know me then.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
didn't know me then.
First of all,
This is very nasty.
nobody.
First of all, one of my mans, like one of
Okay.
my close mans, right? When I went to Africa for vacation, my nigga DM'd her like, "Yo, send me some nudes." She sent me that
I wasn't
screenshot
that
so
person.
fast.
I wasn't that person.
So when I came back, I was like,
See, I wasn't that
"That's
person.
wild." But me, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna make a big fuss out of it.
Right.
Yeah, it's violating. I'm gonna keep that in my mind. But
Right.
it's like,
I
It's not
violated you?
enough to.
So
Right.
it's not violated you.
I'll look at you
I
crazy.
don't think you violated me.
See what I'm saying?
I don't. Nah.
I personally, if y'all
It was
honestly,
Basil did that?
No.
Oh, come on! I don't do that. Come on! I write poems. Remember? I don't do no fucking send me news.
Yeah, I name drop. I don't care, man. Fight me.
I mean, shit. No, but I was talking about the Haitian one. You can't say that because at the end of the day, how I moved with her was literally off the fact that remember she used to fuck with your other mans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so I didn't think you and her were that as serious as what you know what I'm saying because I was like, yo, that was your man. So I was
Right.
like, I feel
Something
like
wrong
you
with
just gonna keep it moving.
Like what?
But it
What's
is
up
what
with
it
y'all
is.
sharing?
No,
That's what I'm
women?
saying.
It's not about.
No,
like,
I'm done with Jersey women.
That's a long time. That was a long
No, I
time.
feel
ago.
it. I
I'm
feel it.
retired
I
from
feel it.
this
I'm
shit.
saying back then.
But that was
Funny.
the Jersey club era was some
man.
of the nastiest times.
Real
yo.
Housewives,
The
Real Housewives and
nastiest
NJ Club.
times, yo. Like when I tell y'all, Jersey Twitter used to be reality TV, bro.
It was so good.
Niggas used to go to the club, go to the McDonald's, and be on Twitter talking about everything that happened for the past 4 hours, bro.
It was so good.
Nastiest
Had
times,
to
man.
be there.
Shout out to all the promoters, man.
Had to be there.
What? Shout out to Demi.
Demi.
Shout out to Duff.
I can't.
Shout out to Ike and Supreme. Man,
Yo.
shout out to Taj.
Mr. Hoodstar.
Like, niggas had a long run, man.
I
So
knew y'all,
good.
but I didn't know y'all back then.
I'm glad you didn't know niggas.
Nah,
Because
for real,
niggas,
yeah.
I was a wild boy
yeah.
back in the Jersey era.
I heard.
man.
I probably knew who you were. I heard about you.
Oh my God, bro. I'm glad I changed.
I'm glad I grew.
If old Ish was,
to
if old
see
Ish,
all of you guys
if old
now,
Ish lived in
credit.
today's day, at least 4 kids.
For sure.
At least.
For sure.
At least. Like, easy. But
Oh man.
nah,
For sure.
we're not going to do that. But shout out to everybody.
I'm so proud of you guys.
Shout out to Porsha, man. Go ahead, be happy. Whatever makes you
All right,
happy.
let
sis.
her should be happy with 40 million extra. Shout out to Simon.
And
Shout
if
out-
she's really
'cause you only
happy,
say
like,
shout out to Simon because he's
whatever.
Nigerian.
Facts, nigga. Shout out to
I mean,
Simon.
as far as a man, I think it's hard to sleep with friends. Like, it's not an easy thing.
He don't care. His wife's
That's what
friend.
I'm saying. Like, most girls don't share. That's what I'm saying. Or don't mind.
And
Let me-
apparently, like, she had cheated first.
Yeah, she cheated on him.
So it was kind of like, who's to say that he wasn't tapped out? And just, I mean, like, tapped,
Oh,
that's karma then.
Didn't
That's a
check
different-
So
her.
let me ask you
That's
this.
a different
So
story.
hold on. Hold on. All right, so
That's a
hold
little
on. Let me ask
different
y'all a
now.
question, though. Do you owe your ex any type of loyalty?
No.
As far
Why?
as what? Oh, you're talking about,
As far as, like, not, like, fucking with one of their families, friends, or whatever the case is.
If they cheated?
Cheated, or y'all just broke up and when y'all separate
Loyalty,
ways?
no.
if they got
Respect,
cute.
yeah.
I'm just not doing that.
How about that? Loyalty, no. Respect, yeah. Like you can just say, you can honestly say, no. You can honestly say, like, all right, I have respect for you enough to say,
I respect you as a woman. I
Right.
respect you as my ex.
Nah.
But as far as loyalty to you,
right?
fuck no.
Exactly. Fuck.
Right.
Why would I gotta be loyal to you
Why I gotta be
for?
loyal to you?
Yeah.
So you're willing to ruin their friendship with their friend or family member?
First of all, if,
To get some ass?
if
This is
you
the
as a
thing.
person ruining the friendship, that friendship was meant to be
But
ruined.
Justin, this is my thing, right?
So for me, it would be.
It's respect, right?
Yeah.
So if I have
Yeah.
enough respect for you, I know not to cross that line.
Right.
But I don't owe it to you.
I don't owe it
Right.
to you.
To say I owe you something will mean that you're entitled to it. You're not
Right.
entitled to that.
Especially
if I
when you
choose
did
to
me
fuck with
dirty.
anybody, especially that, if
Yeah.
I choose to deal with somebody you know or whatever the case is, that's my decision.
Right.
Do I owe you an explanation? No.
Right.
But do I have enough respect for you to let you know, like, yo, this and this is happening?
Right.
How do you feel about it? If you tell me you don't feel away, if you don't feel away, I move. If you say you feel away, then I bring that back to the person that you two have whatever relationship with,
Right.
and y'all figure it out. I'm willing to pass. Like if a girl I'm talking to goes to her friend and her friend said, "Yeah, I feel the way that you talking to my old nigga,"
Right.
and she comes back to me with that, I'm willing to pass up on that relationship because
Especially if it
I don't
wasn't
want to
even
come
that.
between friends. Like
Right.
for what?
And especially if
For
it wasn't
what?
that deep anyway. No.
It's never that deep.
Never.
But these girls are never
Yeah.
really friends, so you can go ahead and fuck a whole group chat if you want.
I have.
I do believe that.
Oh my God,
Listen.
There really
And they
are
talk-
good.
hey, wait,
I
wait,
just
y'all
think
talking
that
about
there
me and
really
my
are good
poems?
friends out here.
Like, yo, retarded niggas is different.
Nigga, I was a
Different.
terror.
I can
Shit
say, I
happens.
can say, in my years of living, I've never fucked a whole group chat.
I just
A
can't
whole
believe.
group chat? No.
I have.
A group of 5, at least 3.
See, that's 60. That's over 50%, bro.
I did 3 best friends.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Okay, wait.
Savage.
I remember that. Okay, wait.
That nigga's a dog.
But even that group, even a group, I was like 40%.
Wait, that's
how
a
many
group
friends
of 4 or 3?
It's 3. It's just 3.
Actually, no.
I'm
it's actually-
33%.
No, it's actually a group of 5.
5. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Two,
Nah. Trust me, there was 2 back in the day during the
Yeah.
You
club
niggas
days.
are nasty.
Nigga, you said you was.
It be the girls though. The girls pull up. I'm like, all
They
right,
do.
cool. I'm like,
That's why I say the best
I can't wait to
pussy
get married.
sometimes is referral pussy because they telling their friends
That's
how
facts.
good your dick
Yeah, the
is.
girl said your shit was good, and then she was like, I want to see for myself. And I kept
Exactly.
looking,
Very
I was
true.
like,
Very true. I got.
It was like,
What
Like
the
no,
fuck?
let me just tell you this,
I can't
Chinkii.
wait to get married.
No niggas gonna go to no
Get
niggas gonna go to a chick and be like, yo, my man said you got good pussy, so I'm trying to find out.
nah, for real.
That is never gonna
And you
happen.
get block on block
like,
or whatever.
I
and
don't-
shit
That is
is
never
over.
happening.
I will say this.
Women are wild.
It's something in the Jersey water.
Nah, hold on,
Because
time out.
it's
It's
all
not
over the
just
world.
Jersey.
For me, what I've seen is some nutty shit.
I've been around the world. It happens everywhere.
But I will say it is all over the world, but I don't come across bitches like that because, like I said, I don't have friends who move like that, and I don't move like that.
But I thought you don't tell your friends the guys you're dealing with.
But
so
I also, but I will say this: if I'm talking to a guy, like if I'm seriously, like if he's good enough for me to even bring it to my friend's attention, then we're surface. We're very like, like, what does he do? Did you fuck him? Yeah. Is it good? Like, is it enough to do? Shit like that. But we're not getting into fucking details. I don't want nobody knowing how good my nigga's fucking me. Period. That's my nigga at the time. That's my nigga for my time. But the time that I got him, that's my nigga.
Back in the day, man, like back in the day, like when I used to have house parties and my niggas would come through and like girls, like we'll be fucking with a group of girls that are friends. So it's like, let's say like me and Taj, right? We'll fuck with a girl. He'll be fucking with a girl.
We know what y'all be doing
in a group, right? And then I'll fuck with a friend, and then we just happen to be like in the same room, the same house. Like, fam, nasty times, man.
You say you out the game?
I'm way out the game.
I can't wait till Ish like gets married.
I can't wait till I get married too, but I'm way out the game. Like some of the shit that I see niggas doing, and they be proud of. They be on the internet like, yeah, I fuck all.
Right.
Come on, man.
It's like been there, done that.
We did that. Like we set the standard for what y'all niggas should. Like now, you niggas are just fucking anything.
Right.
Anything.
Very
that
true.
part.
Very true.
It's
like,
that part.
Back in the day, we not fucking nothing you want nobody to find out about.
Facts.
Because niggas gonna clown you. They gonna clown you. But nah, these niggas don't care. If it get wet, they'll put their dick in it.
Not for real.
Woo!
Niggas dirty. But so yeah, Porsha Williams, go ahead, live your life, sis.
Live your
fuck
life,
these niggas.
sis.
And the wildest part about all of this, Portia's ex-husband and her new fiance are friends. They're business partners.
Oh shit.
So
It's all weird shit. It's all weird shit.
So this is where I go
Swingers.
back to saying we don't know what's going on. So who's to say there's not some weird swingers shit going on? Or who's to say that there's some type of business transaction going on? So that's what I'm saying.
I have a question for you. Friendship and business, should you mix the two?
Depending, because sometimes I know a lot of people who go into business with their friends and it's perfect. Like, I mean, they have their.
Let's give it context before we ask the question. So, the Joe Budden podcast, everybody watches that. You know about it.
Right.
So this morning, audios leaked about Joe firing two of his co-hosts, Rory and Maul, that've been doing the podcast with him for about 5+ years now. And there were certain things that Joe was saying about his friends, because they're his friends first before they're his business partners. Mm-hmm. And it made me think like, damn, I hope this does not happen to my group of friends that I'm doing a podcast with when money gets involved. Because when money gets involved, egos come in, right? So this is something that Joe was saying.
Is entry level.
Hold on. This is about like respect.
Respect is entry level in friendship. Mines require way more than that. If ain't no respect, we not friends.
I think
I'm blunt with it.
You alluded to it when you said that.
I
give
alluded
respect
to a lot.
strangers on
I
the street.
alluded to a lot.
Yeah.
I alluded to a lot.
Yeah.
I'm here to say it now.
Okay.
Respect is entry level. The other things that are important in friendship are trust,
Yeah, that's a big one.
communication,
That's a big one.
merit,
That's a big one.
honor, and awareness.
Okay.
It's important for me to let my friends know exactly who I am so they know how to protect me or how to hurt me if they see fit.
So,
Joe Budden got issues.
so how do you feel about that, right? With the sense of he said that he does not owe his friends respect, right? He said that that's not the only thing that his like his friendships are based on. They're based on respect, loyalty, merit, honor, all these different things, right?
But what was the reason why he let them go?
He had an issue with Rory over like tension that they had on the podcast.
I thought he requested like
He told Rory to take a couple weeks off, and then Maul said, "Who the fuck are you to tell Rory to do that?" Well, it's the Joe Budden podcast with Rory and Maul. So like
Right.
he is the headliner.
Right.
So he has to make those decisions, he said, right?
Right.
So that puts me in a position where I ask y'all is how do you maneuver with doing business with friends? Like me, Basil, and one of our other friends, Lip, we got a business, Pounds of Jollof, right? When me and Basil are fighting, it affects the brand. When Basil and Lip are fighting, it affects the brand. So at what point do you separate the two? Like while we're doing this business, we're business partners. We're
Right.
not friends.
Right.
So we have to approach this as business partners. Outside of this, we can maneuver as friends. We can do what friends do. So how do you separate the two when it comes to a podcast and money being involved? And do you want to see yourself ever doing not even a podcast, any type of business with your friends? Do you see yourself ever getting in business with your friends? Why or why not?
Okay, so here's my question. Why? So because they got into a disagreement, that's why he told him to take a few weeks off?
Yeah, with some underlining shit that was going on within their
So
podcast
my thing,
and shit.
at the end of the day, it's so business or not, it's communication. If you see that there's something going on like between the two, and he's taking, like trying to be the bigger person, like, hey, take a few weeks off. For me, I would take that as, if you're in alignment, like I would take that as a sign to maybe for just out of respect of the friendship and the business, maybe I do need to take a few steps back for a couple of days just to get some clarity, just to take a, whatever. And then revisit the situation. Why press the situation to why now? And you know that your friend is a ticking fucking time bomb. So my thing is, if you know your friend, you should know him well enough to be like, yo, I know how this nigga operates. Let me take a few weeks. Let me just do this. Let me just shut him the fuck up and go do what I got to do. And then revisit it. What's so hard? It's communication.
Yeah, but it's just, I personally think Joe Budden needs to see therapy.
That man's been in therapy his whole life.
And it's.
I mean, how do you feel about it? Do you think it's a communication thing? Because for me, that's what it sounds like.
Joe Budden does feel, and even with the little clip that Ish played, I feel like Joe Budden does feel entitled sometimes.
I mean, absolutely.
Like-
But then
let's talk
that's what
about
I
it.
said. It goes back to knowing the person that you're dealing with. If you know that if you know that your friend sometimes has a sense of an ego problem, or with everything, relationships, if you see that in your friend, you should know how to deal with him. And if you don't want to deal with him, and you don't want to have that type of energy, you don't want to even, then don't fucking be around him.
Do you?
What?
How well do you think you know your friends? That's the first question I ask you, right? Because when you come into issues of communication, money, miscommunication, disrespect, how well do you know that friend to know when to internalize something that they're saying and personalize it, right? Like, let's say me and you get in an argument, Basil. I know you pretty well. And I take a stab at something that I know very well about you, and I take I jab at you.
Right.
That's personal.
And I think that's the purpose of it. If you were really being a friend, you could come at somebody and say, hey, listen, I know we had our issues, but this is what it is. I felt this way when this happened. There's a way to talk to people.
Men don't do that.
Correct. And this is, and I said, we talked about this earlier. This is why a lot of niggas don't want to talk and open up to other men, because men don't know how to approach a situation.
Right.
If you know damn well, like, yo, listen, Ish, you just said that can jab me, that can stab me. Tread lightly across it. Don't go.
But first of
niggas
all,
will go straight ahead.
But first of all, why would you even, if you know something, if you know a weakness about a person, why would you use that in an argument anyway?
No, because there's some people,
Niggas or bitches,
Yeah,
why
no,
would you do it
and
anyway?
that's right,
Because that's when people are like, oh yeah, that's. Oh,
Right.
you want to talk about mothers, right?
right.
And then they fucking go and maybe it sets them off, and it
does.
fucking triggers some shit, some trauma, and then they end up killing them or some off of something so
this is
minuscule.
very true.
So that's why I say everything is communication and how well you know your friends.
So I feel like with Joe has a lot of triggers. It's like
Right.
and you can see but at the same time as a co-host with Rory and Mal, okay, we have to still direct a podcast. You know what I
Talking
mean?
to the mic, Basil.
You still have to direct a podcast. You know what I mean? So because we have to direct a podcast, we can't allow our personal issues to come in between that podcast. It's gonna fuck up.
Yeah, but at the time and the moment, I feel like taking maybe a day or two, maybe taking a pay cut or whatever, losing money, that's when you have to look at the material and be like, yeah, this is business, but this is also my friend. That's how I would do it.
That's how I
So for me, if you can't do the two, like if you don't know how to do that, that goes well with alignment and knowing yourself and knowing how to present the situation.
with that, right, what she just said, I look at that and I put that in a box of relationships, right? They said a friendship is the foundation of every great relationship. So when you're out and you know like temptation is out there, right? And you know this friend is somebody you built a relationship with, you love this person, you can see a future with this person, right? When you're about to make that split decision whether to cheat or not to cheat, right? Because it's a decision at the end of the day.
Right.
You have to think about, okay, do I want to see my friend hurt? Do I want to hurt my friend?
Right.
Do you care about your friend enough to not, because don't look at it as just your girl or whatever the case
Right.
is. You built something as her friend. Do you want to hurt your friend? Then you look at friendships and stuff that we go through as men.
Right.
When we're arguing, that line that gets crossed, it's like niggas cross it without thinking.
Right.
Because at the end of
I
the
think
day,
people know, in my opinion.
That too.
and they do it to get a reaction. But sometimes that one friend, you're gonna try to poke at that bear so much, when that bear attacks,
That bitch gonna need it.
it's gonna attack.
Over.
And you gotta take whatever they bring to you, because at the end of the day, it was a slow burn.
Right.
They were patient. They were patient.
And I feel like, like I said, with the whole, to go back to like Joe, Rory, and Mal, when Joe said that, and like you said, Mal came in and said, "Yo, who are you to tell somebody to take some time off?" Like, no, that's an actual fact. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when he responded in that way, it was almost in a sense like, "Yo, bro, you've been kind of pushing up, like getting everybody's egos up in a sense. Why don't you take some time?" Because like Rory and Mal seem like they're very cool, like they're very level headed,
laid back.
But you're right, they're chilling laid back. But when you know how Joe is, at the end of the day, Joe
Rowdy.
He can get rowdy. I mean, at the end of the day, he don't give a fuck about what we say about him. So it's like, but at the same time, it's like, yo, there's a mind and a level to control all that. And I feel like sometimes because he's entitled, because it has his headline. Like, let's say if this instead of this was called.
Did you see the link with Charlamagne?
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the interview with Charlamagne they posted today?
Nah, I didn't.
Yeah, Charlamagne said the moment y'all let this nigga change it to the Joe Budden podcast, you sign your death certificate.
Okay,
Yeah, so
I
it's
agree.
over for.
I agree.
So imagine if I changed this, the name of this.
To,
right?
to Ishmael niggas.
Right.
So Ishmael niggas.
So like the podcast with Ish and Friends.
Right. And we don't even got a
Not
name.
Ishmael.
Then I put everybody under contract. Then it's like,
Because most people tune in because of Joe Budden. That's, to be honest, because he's a superstar.
I'm
whatever,
not knocking that.
music.
I'm not nigga because like I'm not knocking that. But at the same time, it's like you already have that in the back of your head. You don't gotta throw it at them.
I think he
niggas
knows.
Niggas not gonna sit there and respect that.
I think he was embarrassing him, that's my opinion. Tell him to take off. There's one thing he did behind the scenes, but he did it on camera.
He did it on
audio.
camera. He was like, yo, and he tried to be professional. He was like, you're in breach of your contract. As far as moment now, you are no longer a part of this show. I'm
That should
like,
be behind the scenes. Why is
I'm
that
like, bro,
recorded?
right? You record right?
That's a grown man talk, in my
all
opinion.
for content.
All for content.
That's true.
All for content. And the crazy shit is with that is, now we're going to make this about this podcast, because when we started this podcast, it was 5 of us, right? And then it became 4. And now there's only us 3 because one of our members needs to take personal time off. But prior to that, when it was 5 of us, there was shit that was happening between members of this group of this podcast that put the livelihood of men at risk, as well as the podcast at risk.
Yep.
Because it's like, if you two are at odds with each other,
Right.
and we come to record a podcast,
Yeah.
we don't want to be there. Me and Justin have this conversation all the
I
time.
did not want to be there.
We
I
do
was like,
not
nah,
want to
I
be
ain't
there
doing this.
because it's like the tension is you could cut it.
Yeah.
It's so thick in the air, you could cut it. Right. So it's like we had to come to a place where ultimately one of our members had to drop,
Right.
because he didn't want to constantly be a reason why there was tension.
Right.
I didn't agree with the decision, but I had to respect it.
For sure,
Right.
yeah.
Because not because of a business, because that's my friend first.
Of course.
So when you have these issues, we have to stop looking at it. All right, this is a person I do business with. That's my friend. How does my friend feel?
Thank you.
Like, what is going on? Like when Mike hit me up saying that he felt like the shit that was going on, why he couldn't come in, I didn't look at it as, okay, this is a business. Like, you have to come in. We have a podcast. It's 4 of us.
Yeah.
My friend,
Yes.
you need time? Take whatever time you need.
Nah, that's facts.
Take whatever time you need, because at the end of the day, I want to make sure my friend is good before my business partner is good.
Right. Sometimes you just have to eat that, regardless if it's money or not. I never put money before my friends.
Never.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Because at the end of the day, like, it's gonna be me, and I'm gonna need somebody to be like,
It's gonna be
Go ahead.
me.
you need that time. Go ahead, take that. Basil. Ugh. Please.
But even when you have issues with friends, right? Like, let's say you and your friends are constantly at odds with each other, right? Or relationships or whatever the case is. How do you know when it's time to call it quits and walk away from something or somebody?
Damn. I don't lose so many friends. I mean, I say back in high school, I say once you graduate, you can see who your real friends are by communication. But then college, the same exact thing. Because I think sometimes you're forced to be friends with them because you're around them every day, all day, every day. But now I just feel like people just part ways and have different, different paths or whatever. So I don't take it personal. That's just me.
Nah, I mean, I let life happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you and your friend are gonna go at odds to each other, I just feel like, time will take its place. Time will show that, like, yo, listen, that person's not a friend for me.
Right. Agree.
Time will tell you, like, all right, like, I'm moving in a better direction without this person. So why do I need this person? And one thing I'm appreciative as we get older, like, we start seeing that shit more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we start seeing that shit like, yo, you don't align with anything I'm doing. Why am I still fucking with you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fuck with you. So it's like, and I feel like as grown-ups now, we're more like, it's okay to let somebody know that, like, hey, listen, like, we may be on 2 different paths. Let's just be. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like trying to force something.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and I think that's a good thing. Like,
Is that even said or it just happens? Like
I
think
want to tell people.
I think situations let that happen.
The only time it's said, which I feel is unfair, is when it's man woman, right? They in the relationship aspect.
Oh, yeah.
But as friends, they don't have that conversation
This is very
because
true.
it's an uncomfortable conversation that most men aren't ready for. Like, you don't want your friend to look at you and tell you, like, yo, I think you're a fucked up person.
Right.
And I can't align myself with that.
Right.
Because a natural man's going to be like, fuck you mean I'm a fucked up person? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Listen. Just listen to what the person is saying to you first before you jump.
But that goes with people who are not tapped in and people that don't have alignment, because I just literally went through a similar situation like that. It was really more so off the principle. And for me, like, I feel like I'm going in a certain direction, and that's just with everybody. Like, they could be in a certain direction too. For me, I'm just more on a positive, love and light. And I feel like if people aren't on that wave and you're just not a part of that alignment, then it is what it is. Unfortunately, situations come and then it tells on themselves, but then that's when that uncomfortable situation and conversation has to be had. And then you just walk away respectfully. And then it doesn't have to be no beef, no Instagram shit, no nothing. You just literally are like, yo, this is just not for me.
It's okay to walk away from
And it's okay.
people and things that don't no longer benefit your life.
At
Like,
all.
if they don't benefit you in anything that you have going on, it's okay to walk away. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, it's like, you have to wake up and look at yourself in the mirror and be happy with the decisions you made in life.
I'm telling you, people feel it's the ownership. It's like, I gave you my time, so in exchange, you give me what I want.
And I understand.
That's why we have to strip people of that sense of entitlement.
I agree. I agree.
I understand. I get that to a certain extent. I'm not with the entitlement shit.
You know, I feel you. I'm not with it either. But like I said, I was talking about it earlier. It's like, again, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Like, you can tell somebody, yo, you a fucked up person, and they're not gonna listen to you because how you said it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like
It just goes with communication.
But sometimes that's how you gotta say it.
no, it does.
Yeah.
It does. But sometimes you do gotta be like, hey, yo, my man, it's like, let's chop it up. Like, how you moving right now ain't really.
And you have to
conducive.
but when
Because you don't
do
like
that,
it.
you
don't like that.
Yeah, but look how you say it.
But you don't like.
Look how you say. The only person that knows how to say, that knows how to talk to somebody is Justin. Nobody
No
else.
way.
I'm telling you, nobody
I
else.
know how to talk to
I think
people.
you just have.
It's-
I think you look at Ish in a certain.
Yeah, I know how
think
to
you
talk.
look dead ass
Nah,
though.
yeah,
I
yeah.
really think you look at him from just knowing him for the years and knowing how just the immaturity from back in the day into now. So I think when you listen to him, you kind of
Basil.
are on defense mode. Whereas with him, you're not on defense mode. You're on defense mode with
Basil.
him and a lot of people.
Whenever we get into it, what happens?
Come on.
Don't one of us pick up the phone and call the other person and that conversation
I
happen?
agree.
Guess what? that type of a opportunity doesn't get had with everybody else.
You're right.
Right.
The only people I give the opportunity to even call me after you disrespected me is my friends.
I don't even pick
Right.
up my phone. Like,
So it's like-
if I got respect, I want to pick. If I didn't value, that's the thing. No, I agree, because even with you, if I didn't value you as a person, as a friend, I wouldn't even pick. Even that whole call, I wouldn't even pick up. I wouldn't even try to call you. You feel me?
Basil.
So then you shouldn't
Basil
receive
will
what
call
he
me
says and be on defense mode. You
Basil
should
will
just
call
take it
me
as.
because his girl posted a picture and he didn't know if he should be mad that she posted this picture. or
That was
not.
one time, man.
Basil, that's in 2021.
Hell no.
No. That's in younger days.
Younger days.
Oh.
Come on,
But
man,
it's
that's
like
wild.
you trust my judgment enough to come to me with that.
Right.
But when I tell you about yourself, you don't trust that.
No,
Right.
because again, it's how you say it. It's like you don't be like. There's times, yes, you say, "Yo, my man, I gotta chop it up with you. How you moving is not really conducive to how you want to live." And there's times where, like, yo, look at this dumbass nigga always doing some fucked. Nobody's gonna listen to the dumbass doing some fucked up shit.
But I think do it behind
But
closed doors.
but the
Do it
thing
behind
is-
closed
but
doors.
bitch,
Right.
But the thing
That's
is,
why I
Because my
fuck
thing
with
is
Justin.
that I feel like you know what you're doing
It's
now.
steps that lead to that.
Right.
If I felt like I've taken the approach of coming to you, speaking to you in a well-mannered way,
Clearly
and all
you're
that,
not
and you're not
receiving it.
receiving it,
Exactly.
I have to try something else
'Cause it
because
doesn't
clearly it's not
work.
registering.
That's very true.
It's not registering.
Okay, but
A
at the
hard
same
head
time,
makes a
first of all,
soft ass. I don't understand.
That's actually, and surprisingly, that's not even that's
don't
not
understand.
conducive. Here's why I say that. It's an example of, like I said, think about when we were younger. When we were told not to do something, what do we get if we didn't listen? We got our asses beat. Do you think that's always beneficial? No, it's not always beneficial to get your ass beat, because sometimes somebody's not gonna learn from an ass beating.
I'm gonna take that right there.
But some people might.
First couple times your mom tell you to do something, you don't do it. She says it. She
my
said
mom's scary.
any mom,
mom.
black moms, they tell you something. Hey, can you go wash the dishes? First time they tell you, you don't do it. Second
Being
time,
nice, too.
hey, go wash the dishes. You don't do it. I said go wash the dishes.
After
you don't
we
do
get
it.
to the fourth time,
Get your ass up and go wash these fucking
Exactly.
dishes.
that's where we're at
That's
with
when you listen.
Basil.
That's where we're at with you.
That's where we're at with you.
I'm
Some people need that, though. Some people need that.
Exactly.
Basil.
Some people need that.
Basil, I'm not gonna hold you up because he's not lying.
I feel like
Wait,
everybody has their
Basil,
moments.
hello.
I'm listening though. I'm saying though. I just feel
Therapy.
like
No.
This is therapy.
we're not
Basil.
gonna subject.
I'm just gonna say this one
We're
thing
not gonna be subjective though. We're gonna
because you're being
generalize.
annoying now.
It's not about being annoying. Yeah,
Because
right.
I'm literally trying to talk and you're
I'm-
doing the
but
most.
I'm hearing you out.
All right, let her talk. Let her talk. Don't interrupt black women when they're talking.
So what I'm saying is, I know that your friends are not lying because I've been around you long enough. You do that with the female friends that you have. You do it with me. You do it with Mimi. You need to really
maybe I
work
listen
on
to.
you. No,
Maybe I listen to.
no,
And that's the
you
thing.
don't. And I
We're
wish that you would stop
gonna-
doing that.
But you gotta stop doing
Basil.
that. You're gonna stop because at the end of the day, yes,
I
Chinkii,
can't.
we are
See, my
friends.
thing is-
but
Stop
we've
telling
we've
black women what they're gonna do or not do.
we-
I mean, really, because it's really,
But
because this energy
at the same
is
time,
really
we've also had a
disgusting.
gap, so there's no
It literally
accuracies
sucks the life
that
out
we
of
have.
Anakin.
All right, and so if it sucks the life,
Because you're not listening.
it's not about not listening. But
Because
we're
I'm
not gonna
literally
say.
not even trying to be like, I'm on your side. I'm just
I'm
trying
on your
to.
side too, but again,
You're not letting me talk, and it's annoying.
it's an approach to it. I
Basil.
always tell
Like,
I always tell you.
stop.
See, and that's the thing. You're always telling me, no, it's an approach to it. Again, I always tell this from the beginning. Nobody's going to listen to somebody with a wrong approach. It doesn't matter who it's coming from.
Is it
If
a
you're
wrong
giving
approach
somebody-
or are you receiving it wrong?
It's a wrong approach.
No.
Somebody hasn't known me for years. They know of me. Doesn't know
you're
of what
so
I'm doing.
You're really.
That's a big
And
difference.
because we
That's
know,
a big
but
difference,
because
though.
we know you and we've been around you,
But you don't.
listen. We know enough on how to approach you.
Okay, but growth happens. Everybody grows up.
Show us.
Okay.
Show us.
All right, I'm showing y'all. But
I'm saying you have.
I'm literally telling.
I'm saying you have. I'm not saying this is not me saying this is you presently.
And I hear you.
This is not you presently.
But I'm literally
talking
saying.
about.
I'm literally saying. Show y'all. I'm literally saying. I respectfully disagree with what you're saying.
Disrespectfully disagree.
Respectfully.
Oh.
I'm literally saying that because at the end of the day is sure, yes, y'all know of me, y'all know what I tell, y'all don't know what I don't tell, y'all know what I go through personally.
Stop banging on the table, by the way.
Sorry about
I think that's an issue with us too.
I don't talk about it.
Everybody's private in the group
I tell y'all that all the time.
Everybody's private.
I tell y'all that all the time.
That's a
Because
bad thing, though.
It's not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
You just know who you share certain information with.
But you're supposed to be
Absolutely.
brothers and friends. I'm just like, you should be comfortable telling somebody
It gets
something.
tricky.
But unfortunately, throughout the years, stuff happens, and then that burns a lot of bridges. So you don't feel as comfortable. It's like, yeah, I could be in the group chat with y'all and chop it up with y'all, but I ain't going deep with y'all because I don't really fuck with y'all because y'all snakes. Some of y'all move a little shady. It's
Those
a little,
ain't friends, in my opinion. If you gotta think that
it's
way,
a little questionable.
I don't think I have one friend who I look at, but like, I don't trust you because I think you're a snake. I can't. There's no way I could call you a friend. I can't even be around you.
And when I say snake, I don't mean snake. I don't mean snake like that. I just mean like maybe you're a little judgy. Maybe you've done something in the past, or you kind of have went through a similar situation. And I don't really like how you move, so I'm not even going to bring that to you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like in that sense. I don't mean snake like
the judgy
moving weird.
is a thing.
But that's why I say, so when I say that in group chats, I just mean from past experiences that has brought judgment in the past. So that's why you don't feel comfortable with bringing that deep stuff. Like it's not that real brother circle. So it's like, yo, my mans, I'm going through this shit today, and everyone gives their positive input or whatever their light, whatever their experience, whatever. It's not like that with y'all.
No, you're right.
You understand?
It's
I think
a man thing.
I think a lot of
Right.
people don't want to get
better.
things thrown back at them in a sense.
But I only fear that with women. I don't fear that with men. I don't feel like I'm gonna get in an argument. I'm gonna tell my mans like, yo, you know how hard it is? Like, there's really days where, like, emotionally, right? Mentally and stuff like that, I'm not there all the way. And I can't pick up the phone and call one of my niggas. It's not because it's you, it's me. Like, I'm not allowing myself to open myself to be that vulnerable because it's like, I've never had that access to another man to talk to and express my feelings to and it be received well. That's why even when I got my therapist, I was like, I'm not going to a man. I'm going to a black woman. One, because a lot of my issues that I have in my today started with my mom. So I needed a woman to tell me like what's going on.
Right.
That comfort. You feel that comfort being around a woman, right? And Justin said that on one of our other episodes. He would tell his mom everything. Even though his dad would do everything for him, some of the things he can't tell his dad.
I challenge you to see a male therapist.
I won't.
I
love my therapist as is.
I believe it. I believe it. But as a
I have a male
conversation thing.
therapist.
Okay.
Kevin Samuels.
But
It's a joke. It's a joke.
It's not
Is it really?
Is it really? I was about to say.
And as my therapist, I say
Listen,
that.
my thing is you got that guy. Listen,
You don't like him?
I feel
You
like
Kevin.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I love him.
Oh, word.
Because you know what it is. He's harsh, but
like that.
if you have to listen to the underlying of what you got to listen to the message, not the tone. But again, a lot of women come on there thinking with some entitled, thinking that they coming with some shit, and it's like no. Let's look at the material.
He's hilarious because he be like, how old are you? And the female be like, yes. And then they can be just like, I got time
But
for
so
that shit.
what I'm saying, so that's why I say I feel like women do it to themselves because it's like for me it's like, why are you playing with this man? You're doing things to get attention. You're doing things to get posted rather than dead ass just coming on there and just really getting some insight because this nigga is connected to millions.
Let me
Okay.
play something for y'all, man.
So for me, it's like I would go up on there and really take what he got to say and let me see what he got to say, chop it up, maybe cut up with him a little bit and whatever. But how you going on there saying, "What's your name?" and you're like, "Guess." Bitch, what?
Like this is we're not. You're not up here
Like
to play
what?
Guess Who.
Like we're not up here to do
that's
that.
not what we doing,
Come
bro.
up here, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Because for me, it's like this is a platform. I'm being shown with like thousands of people. I'm coming up there on my best. Like,
All right. So, Chinkii, being the only woman up here, let me ask you this: what is a man's best approach when he's trying to get to know you or try to like pursue you? What's his best approach?
Oh my God, I'm about to give the fucking...
You got to give the gems.
I'm about to give
fellas,
the gems.
Fellas, listen to what she's saying so you can slide in them DMs.
Not
Just
mine.
listen.
Not mine. For me, I feel like you can't come with that, where you from? Now listen, it's cute when it's like a mutual thirst, you know? It could be like the double taps and whatever else. And then if you want to slide in there with the eyes or whatever, it's like, all right. But for me, after that, it's like, are you going to make me laugh? How you going to come different than the typical where you from? Because I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of you niggas out here fuck it up.
Yeah.
For me, when you ask, where you from?
That's
Where
not
you
a good
at?
question.
What's your name? How old are you? Like, why like that?
Okay,
Like,
so hold
why
on.
like that?
Let me
Those
play
are like
this for
generic
you.
questions,
Wait, let me
though.
play this for her real
Yeah,
quick.
but like, damn.
Let me play this for you.
Ladies, stay away from bozos that ask you what you bring to the table. Obviously, he ain't got nothing on his table, and he looking for you to add to it. Because a real man ain't going to ask you what you bring to the table. He's going to fix your table, give you a new table, or add more to your table. These niggas is looking for partners because they ain't got shit to offer. These bozos want you to be big bro. Fucking dickheads.
Dickheads.
So if a man's approaching you, right, and you guys are starting a conversation, and he says, "What do you bring to the table?" How do you respond to that? Do you talk about your qualities, or do you say, "Nigga, you the one pursuing me. What the fuck you asking me that question for?"
First of all, so
That's not a good question.
you guys gotta
That's a
work
great
on.
question.
You guys have to work on your conversation starters, because for me,
Oh, that's not a conversation starter for me. We're gonna
For
talk
me,
about stuff and then lead to that.
right? But a lot of people really come on, like they come like, "Yo, what are you bringing to the table? What are we doing?" Because it's more so like a business transaction. What are we doing?
I think that's good to do in the beginning and
And
later.
listen, that's cool. Depending on, like, you got to read the person, you got to feel their vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, that comes with knowing the vibe, reading people. You can't just be coming to that. You can't come to women with that type of energy. So that's why I say, but study your women before you slide into the DMs. I'll say this. For me, everything I post is very strategic, okay? But I give you just enough to where you're going to know. Like, you'll know the basics. Like, you'll know I go to work, you know I got a daughter, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. Don't come into my fucking DMs like, for instance, there's this guy on that came on Sunday coming into my DMs like,
You be like,
on Sunday. We all know what Sunday was, right? Okay.
Mother's Day.
He was like, "Oh, wow, you got a kid?" First of all, what?
Wow.
Like what?
How long?
Bro.
How long has he been following you though?
I mean,
That matters.
He tried to
She
fly
posts
me
Maggie
out.
like mad
He's been trying to
But
fly
that-
me. He tried to go on vacations, like
You know how I feel
trying to
about
get
that.
to know me. Like, we've had conversations. I've seen. Listen, so I say this to say, why y'all fucking playing in my face?
what?
Why y'all come playing in my face like that? Why
her
are you guys
DMs.
playing? Why are you
her
coming?
DMs.
Why are you coming?
Oh, you got a kid.
Playing in my face
I'ma use that shit
and
next
in my
time.
DMs like that. So I'm saying, like, work on your conversation starters.
Right.
Just what are you gonna do that's gonna make you stand out from the 50 million niggas that you know obviously are in our DMs, because clearly you're one of them.
This is my thing, right? The whole idea.
You're one of them. What's gonna make you stand out? Like, come on.
That's what I look
If you
at
can
it.
make me laugh,
That's an
work.
intangible, right? Things that you can't physically touch or put a price on.
right?
And when I ask women, what do you bring to the table, right? I'm not asking you what type of job you have.
Right.
I'm not asking you if you have a good savings account or a 401k or medical, dental, and whatever. Like, no, I'm not asking for none of that. What are your values, right?
But
How do you rate respect, communication, and being open and vulnerable with somebody? I want to know how you approach like hard times, because a person that's never gone through shit is going to struggle with you that has been through a lot.
Right.
Because they don't know how to cope. If you've never lost somebody in your life, you're not going to understand how I feel when it's my brother's death anniversary and I don't want to talk to nobody.
Right.
Because you've never lost nobody.
Right.
So I want to know these intangibles about who you are before I even say I can see something future going on.
Right.
Because I don't give a fuck about what type of job you have. I don't care about what car you got.
Right.
I don't care if you have your own place.
Thank you.
What else you have to offer me that I can't put a price on, I can't touch. Because if it's about money, I know girls with money.
Right.
Cars. I know girls with nice cars, their own crib. All of that. I have access to all of that.
It's what else?
What else do you have?
So when should that question be asked?
Part.
When should you ask somebody that question?
I feel like people
You
don't
can't
ask the tough questions in the rip.
But you know what it is? It's because a lot of these, everything now in this generation is very surface. It's what can you do for me?
Everything is transactional.
Everything is very transactional. So it's like when you find, it's hard to want to ask those questions because it's like, people are going to be a lot of people are like, why are you looking at me like that? Cash at me. What are we doing? Like, are we going on a date? Cash at me. Give me some money. What are we doing? So that's why, right. So that's why I'm saying, like, for me, I'm not going to say, like, I'm the typical, like, light skin, fat ass, whatever. But for me, like, that's cool. But, like, I'm real deep. Like, once you talk to me, like, first of all, I read people's weaknesses. It bleeds out of them. Okay. So for me, I already can read you from the fucking door. I already know how you coming. Because you look at me and you see surface. But once you start with that fucking ASL type shit, that AIM bullshit, that where you from, age, location.
Sex, location.
we can pretty much, you can wrap this up. Like,
yeah.
We good off that. Because I don't want to, we're good. I need to know how you feel about, like, raising kids, like how you raising your kids, like how is your relationship with your parents,
right.
Like I need to know that type of shit because my daughter is very important to me and we not doing this.
Yeah, we're not playing those games with kids.
We ain't doing this. Yeah.
So Basil, how do you approach women? Do you approach women with because a lot of women say, oh, niggas be getting mad when we want money, da da da.
I get
when
mad.
Sometimes that's the shit that they lead with. Oh, let me buy you this. First of all, ain't no girl I just met that I'm trying to pursue getting any type of money from me because
and why
you're
you
not entitled
that
to that
anyway.
Because there's been niggas that has led with that. So these girls feel as though that should be a norm, and it's not a norm.
Yeah, but that
if a nigga want to spend his money on you, that is his choice because that's his money.
Absolutely.
If you want to fuck him, that is your choice because that is your pussy.
Absolutely.
Nobody's entitled to either one.
I agree.
But don't ask me for some money and then get mad if I ask you how much it costs to fuck.
You can tell when somebody's asking you for money, especially when they, especially with some women.
I'm stressed.
Right, I'm stressed. Oh, I got so much
texting back. Stop texting back. Stop texting back.
How could you even feel comfortable even coming to a nigga that you don't even know?
Because they've been doing it.
Out?
They've been doing it. They've been doing it, and niggas been giving them money.
That's like these $40 bitches. How?
Like my friends, my female friends.
How you fix your mouth to ask that?
I wish I could ask shorty for you.
Like my female friends, if they need something because they have to do something and they don't have it at the moment.
Actually, me too.
I would do it. But a girl that I just followed yesterday. And I double tapped 3 of your pictures because I know you look good.
Like,
and now you're my DMs like, oh yeah, nigga, when you gonna take me out?
To me.
Girl, go to hell. Like, what? Who the fuck are you?
That happened to me in my younger years. I was talking to this one chick. She was from Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you talking to somebody from Memphis,
Tennessee? I know
Tennessee?
she was. I slid in her DMs. I know she was from Memphis, Tennessee. So like we were exchanging. We exchanged numbers.
Looking at the material.
You know what I'm saying? Like we were exchanging. Hey, listen, I will fly to Memphis, Tennessee.
I hear
for
you,
some
Basil.
ass. Some ass. Yeah, you feel me?
So you'll fly to Memphis, Tennessee to get some ass. But if you don't get the ass, are you gonna ask her to refund you that money?
No, I'm a visit Memphis, Tennessee. That's what I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna enjoy Memphis, Tennessee.
Nigga, yo.
But
you're a nasty nigga.
Nah, that actually happened. So she hit me up like the same day. We was actually having a conversation. We actually FaceTime too and whatnot. She hit me up the same day. She was like, "Yo, listen, like, you know, unless you not really sending me anything, I don't think we should, you know, continue this any further." And I was so confused. I was like, "What do you mean, like send you something?" She was like, "Yeah, like I know this," and she literally said it. She was like, "Yeah, the last thing I was talking to, he sent me money for lunch, so I would just want to know what you trying to do." I said, "Pico, I'm not that guy. I let it know off rip that I'm not that guy.
But stuff like, all right, if we've been talking like, let's say a couple of weeks, right?
It's a day.
Hold on. Like, let's say we've been, all right, let's say she be like, all right, oh yeah, you know, I'm chilling, I'm at work, I'm about to go to lunch. I'm like, oh, where you about to go eat? Let's say she say some shit like, oh, I'm about to go to Chick-fil-A or something, or Chipotle. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna send you like a couple of dollars.
That shit don't work. I've done that shit.
Just to do it. But if you come to me feeling like you're entitled to me paying for your lunch, you're gonna starve because I'm not sending you shit.
Those kind of gestures don't come from me until like, shit, we gotta at least go. Like, I gotta meet you. Like, go out to dinner.
I'll pay for it.
Meet the person.
I'll pay for lunch.
And that's really sad that you feel that way.
Y'all saw that I cash apped a girl that was in my DMs to go get her nails done because
nah,
like that's random shit. Like it doesn't happen often, but if it's somebody like there's interest there,
Right.
Here, take it, $70. So what?
Right.
I'm gonna get that money back.
You gonna get it back.
I feel like it's just all about reading the person and feeling and reading if they're genuine or not. Like it all goes about
just because you
being
don't do
genuine.
it doesn't mean men don't.
I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it.
Only do it if you can.
If niggas, no. Honestly, it's not even about can.
Broke boy.
It's not even about can. It's definitely not about can.
I'm not gonna call him a broke boy because I know this nigga got money.
It's not even about can. It's more so like who are you? We didn't even establish nothing. We didn't even have a conversation that level.
But I bet when you first met her and you looked at her Instagram page, you saw her ass was fat and her titties were big. You wanted to fuck.
But I never said, oh my God, I want to cash up her $70.
No. You didn't say you want to cash up her $70, but you looked at her body and her physical and you said, I want to fuck.
Yeah.
So who are you to think that you can fuck just because you like what she look like?
I'm not entitled to fuck. However, I'm gonna have a conversation to not only see if I can fuck, but to
but you don't think you're gonna have to pay for that?
You think?
Yeah, we're gonna go out to eat.
In every sense,
but I have to then give you.
Men already pay for pussy without even knowing it.
We know.
If she doesn't fuck you unless you take her out to eat or do something nice or whatever, you're paying for pussy.
Right.
But that happens in marriage and all that too.
Everything. Yeah. But there's women who would fuck you first, so they let you know, like, hey, I'm not here for your money.
Right.
Like,
But I just know that I want to fuck you. I know you want to fuck me, and we're adults.
Those are the women. I ain't gonna lie, those are the women for me.
We gonna give those women a round of applause because those type of women are definitely essential to life. You feel me?
Thank you so much.
Hold on. She said thank you.
Listen, me personally, from my experience, if I already know you coming off like we actually just vibing and like sex happens, yo, listen. We going out to eat, you getting the nails done. I have no problem.
After you fuck.
I know what I'm getting myself into.
After you fuck.
I know what I got myself into. Listen.
So why don't you just ask her how much it costs to fuck?
Listen. Oh, wow.
No, dead ass.
Wow.
I was swear to
because
you,
I might
was
actually like the
literally
person.
just thinking
you
that.
might actually get like sexually connected. You guys can get sexually connected after a sexual experience.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the person. What, you don't think so, Ish?
I could be sexually connected with somebody and I spend a dime on you.
Right.
So it's just strictly just being sexually connected to that person?
We're just fucking. There's nothing else there. Why do I have to do it? The only time I'm gonna spend money on you when I gotta pay toll to go see you to go fuck.
Like
That's
a
it.
sneaky link.
That's it.
Sneaky link. Damn.
Sneaky link.
Y'all never had girls you could just fuck and you don't have to do nothing for. They just naturally
I've
just want to fuck
I've
you.
had that.
Yeah. Okay then.
Because most of the time they have their own.
Yo, let me just tell y'all this right now. A lot of these girls out here got more money than the niggas.
I believe.
Like they're not impressed by a nigga with. Yo, the only type of woman that is impressed by a nigga money is a woman that don't have money herself.
I mean, really, we have to start looking at the material.
Like
there are plenty of bitches out here
that
are literally just getting money, and we're just fucking you because you are a good vibe, and we just want to fuck on you, and that's it. That's all. Nothing more and nothing else. Listen, I'm telling you right now.
Please.
Excuse me, my single friends. Okay,
my DMs are cool.
Like that's what I'm saying.
My DMs open always.
Not to Basil, okay? Because he's a dog ass nigga. But Justin, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling the vibe.
First of all, what?
I'm feeling the vibe.
I never got. I'm a dog.
Basil, please.
So yeah,
I'm angelic.
Slide in the DMs.
That's basically it, man. Just know yourself. yourself, know the person that you're pursuing, know what people are looking for, and approach things that way. But
you said no. Okay, go ahead. You said know the person.
We're trying to wrap up.
I know. One more thing. You said know the person that you're seeing. I feel like social media does portray a lot of fake imagery. So it's like, do you really know the person that you're trying to pursue, or
you have to know? You have to be the decide. You have to decipher what you're looking at, right? Because we know what's real. We know what's tailored for social media.
Right.
It's
I'm
all
not looking
about
at anything.
knowing.
I'm a photographer, right? When I look at a chick picture and everything just looks right, I'm not even gonna believe that that's what it looks like in real life.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, everything that you're wearing is tight, so everything is being held up.
Right.
When I come to your crib and you get out the shower, you take your towel off and everything is droopy. Oh, okay.
I'm going home.
I'm not gonna lie to you. We ain't one over here.
Oh, okay.
I'm going home.
So you gotta be
just
mindful.
you go home for some.
If it's not what you it's not what you promoted on your page and that's what I gotta see in real life, no, I don't want this. I'm going home.
Facts.
I'm not gonna be turned on by it.
You
That's
still
just
gonna
me.
fuck them?
Nah.
Of
course he is.
Yes, he is.
Anyway, it's okay. It's okay.
Just judgy.
Right.
I'm sorry. We're gonna
Because that's the type of
we're
time.
gonna wrap up.
I got some solids.
We're gonna wrap up.
Back of my life.
We're gonna wrap
Got
up.
some motherfucking solids.
It was an amazing episode. Thank you, Chinkii, for coming again.
Of course.
Appreciate you.
We definitely
Chinkii,
appreciate you.
Of course.
Shout out to Rashid behind the camera.
Facts.
Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to Mike. Get better, my nigga.
Get well, my nigga. Shout out to the bros, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to
Right.
Condolences to everything that's going on in Israel and Palestine and all of that. I have a lot of opinion on that, but I'm gonna do my opinion take on Clubhouse because that's why I'm gonna just let my shit go.
Right.
Yeah, I'm back on Clubhouse. I'm back on Clubhouse.
Maybe because Ish wasn't around.
Yeah, I wasn't around. She was dead. But I have a lot of opinion about that. But other than that, man, I appreciate you brothers. I appreciate you, Chinkii.
Yes, of course.
It's the podcast about nothing. It's your boy Ish, and we out of here, man.
Outside.
Later.